Hello everyone. So I wanted to give an update on my stock market portfolio. So I sold a few things this week. So if we look in executions under my TFSA, so nothing in my TFSA this week, but in my RSP, I sold WestJet at 20 and a half, had bought at an average price of 18.65, so almost 10% on this stock. So I'm glad I did because after I sold it, it dropped back to 19, but it closed today at 20.34. I also sold American Airlines that I bought at 37. I sold at 41 and a half, as you can see here. Now that I'm a little disappointed to have sold so soon because today it closed at 43 and a half, and the high today was 43.88. And I sold at 41 and a half because I bought at 37, giving me a 10% gain. But if I had kept it, let's say sold at 43.5 divided by 37, would have given me a 17% gain instead of 10%. So that's always an issue I have. I tend to sell a little bit earlier than I should. But sometimes I'm also happy to sell because as soon as I sell, the stock just drops. So it comes down to your strategy, what your strategy is and what your goal is. And I think it's important to have a strategy, but even more important, but to stick to your strategy. As long as you're being consistent, whichever strategy you take, consistency is going to pay off. But it definitely hurts to see that a few days later you could have made an extra 7%. I should definitely make a video discussing which strategy is best to buy low and just keep long term and just ignore what happens in the short term, ignore the fluctuations and just keep it long term. And then if you keep it long term, when do you sell? When do you profit from your holding? It's great that your stock increased in value, but at any time it could drop again. So when do you feel that you made a profit? So that's why, in my opinion, you have to sell in order to confirm your profit and just keep repeating the process. As long as you're making 10% or more every time, you're compounding your gains. So at the end of the year, your portfolio is going to grow faster and your money is going to be available to use. Instead of just having money in a stock, and yes, you could see it go up in value, but you can never use it. And you lose the advantage of stocks, which is the liquidity of stocks. At any time you can sell and have access to your money. So that's a tough choice to make, which strategy to follow. There's so many strategies. Right now, personally, I'm in between these two strategies, whether to continue buying and selling the way I do, or just buy low, ignore what happens in the short term and just keep it long term. Same thing happened to me with Costco. I bought it at 150, sold it at 168, and now it's trading at 230, 240. So it hurts to see that, but at the same time, profit is profit, right? You don't go broke making profit. But I would have to see if I had applied the strategy of holding longer term with all my trades versus selling the way that I sell with all my trades, which one would have been more beneficial. Regardless, that'll be a topic for another video. So it was a great week for the stock market. Everything went up, but it was also hard to find stuff to buy, in my opinion. I had bought Alibaba at 164. It closed at 164, although it was trading in the 150s last week. Dividend 15 split Corp is the only one that I was looking at this week. It's trading in the fives. At around 5.25, I would definitely buy some more. Got some liquidity in my RSP, about 2,300 US. So I'm looking to buy something, but I'm not sure what yet. So my forward options that bought at 150 closed at 0.97. My stock, the shares that I bought at 10 closed at 9.85. So I'm only down 1% with forward on the shares, and I'm down 35% with the options. L brands went up a lot this week. So it went back up in the 30s. So that's great. So if you had bought it at 26 when it dropped hard that one day, you would have made 15% by now. So I'm only down 3% instead of being down 15%. So that's good. Vodafone also went up, almost closing at par. Bought it at 22.87. So I'm not even down like 0.25%. So that's good. So everything went up for me. So and the only thing I sold this week was WestJet and American Airlines. So giving me a total balance in Canadian in my RSP of 11,249. And then my TFSA, got my forward shares that I bought at 10.95, closed at 9.85, so I'm down 10% on that. I got my Ford options that I bought at 1, closing at 0.97, so I'm down only 3%. Facebook that I bought at 168, closed at 162, so I'm down only 3%. So Facebook was a stock that I wanted to buy more of. If it dropped below 155, for sure, I would buy more Facebook shares. AT&T also rallied a bit this week. It even went above 35, but it closed today at 33.78. So I'm up 5% on AT&T. Let's see if I've collected any dividends this week. So under Questrade, I'll go into accounts and then reports, account activity. Deselect everything and leave dividends highlighted. So I got some more dividend 15 split corp. So they started paying out dividends, so that's great. Got $8.50. L brand I got $19.20. So that's from September 7th. Yeah, so that's from a few weeks ago. So yeah, nothing new except for dividend 15 split corp. In my Investor's Edge account, Bank of Nova Scotia went up, closed I believe at 78 today. Yeah, closed at 78. I bought at 76. This was another stock that I would consider buying at around like below 74. I'd buy some more because I already bought at 76. Even at 76, it's a good price. It pays almost 5% dividends per year. So yeah, so I got Bank of Nova Scotia that closed at 78. I've got Enbridge I don't know what's going on with Enbridge. It's really not moving. Every time it goes up a bit, it comes back down. Regardless, it's paying really good dividends, and I closed today at 44. And really nothing good here to mention except for New York Mortgage Trust that I bought at an average price of 6, closed today at 6.31, but this is a stock that I'm holding forever because it pays 13% dividends per year, giving me a total right now in my Investor's Edge account of 16,600 combined. So some stocks that I'm considering buying: Philip Morris, 52-week range is from 76 to 115, so it's closer to the 52-week low, so that's good. Pays right now it's paying a 5% yield dividend per year, so that's good. If you look at analyst reports, I'm sure it's going to be all positive. So Morningstar gives it a fair value of 102, so that's good. That's encouraging. CFRA gives it a buy recommendation with a 12-month target price of 86. Yeah, 86. So that's not so great. That's not a high target price. But the buy recommendation, obviously, it's good. With the 5% yield, it's good. With the chart, the fact that it's near a 52-week low, that's also good. Let's look at revenues and net income. So from 2014 to 2017, revenue has gone from 29 billion to 28 billion. So revenue is pretty stagnant. It's not increasing. It's not growing. It's still a good number though. Almost 30 billion per year in revenue and in profit. Yeah, so their profit is decreasing. So from 2014 to 2017, their profits have decreased. So from 7.5 billion to 6 billion in 2017. So that's not very encouraging. So financials don't look really good. Let's look at the last 4 quarters. Yeah, revenue stable and net income also stable. Last quarter was the highest, but still. So yeah, for sure it's going to bounce back. It's not going anywhere. 130 billion market cap. Pays pretty good dividends while you're waiting. But I would buy it closer to $80. Not at this price. I'd buy it personally. So another stock I was looking at is CI Financial Corp. It's at a 52-week low, so that's good. 52-week range is 20 to 30, from $20 to $30, and right now it's trading at 20.62. It pays 3.5% yield. It's got a market cap of 5 billion, and it's a big investment company in Canada, a wealth management company in Canada. It's got over, I think, like 100 billion of managed assets. So that's amazing. It manages more than 130 billion assets. There you go. Assets under management of 138.4 billion, which has increased from last year. Let's look at reports. Morningstar gives it a fair value of 25, so that's good. Let's see, CFRA gives it a hold recommendation. CIBC gives it a neutral recommendation with a 12-month target price of 25. If we look at financials, yeah, so revenue is increasing slightly. Net income is very stable, so it's making $500 million per year in profit, making right now they're at 2 billion revenue per year. So the business model is good, of course. They charge a management fee on any money that comes in. They charge a management fee per year, but obviously they have to perform in their investments so that money stays and that money keeps coming in. Now the one I really wanted to buy, and I'm disappointed because I wanted to buy it at 15.5. I know I'm picky with prices, but I feel comfortable at certain price levels. I don't like buying something one day and then the next day seeing it cheaper. It just bothers me. So I like to give myself the best chance at buying at the lowest price possible. Regardless, so this stock I wanted to buy it at 15.5, Orange Communications. And since everything went up, Orange also went up, so it closed today at 16.12. But this is definitely a good stock. Analyst reports give it a strong buy recommendation with, I think, a 12-month target price of $20. Revenue strong, profits are strong. So it's really a strong buy recommendation. Personally, I would buy it at under 16, like at 15.75 or 15.5. Even at this price, it's good if you're looking long term, and if it doesn't bother you that the next day or the next week the stock is cheaper. But definitely compared to 3 months or 6 months, it's definitely gonna be a good price right now. It's a competitor of Vodafone, of course. So I already own Vodafone, although I didn't want to buy something in the same sector as Vodafone, but right now they're both looking really good. Also wanted to buy GM. Definitely a strong buy for me, but I've seen it reach 33, so now I'm not able to buy it at 35. If it goes to 34, I could buy some GM for sure. Good dividends, high target price of 45, a stock that Warren Buffett owns, trading near a 52-week low, good revenue, good profits, market cap 49 billion. So definitely these are some stocks I'm definitely watching. So yeah, so this was a quick overview of my stock market portfolio and the trades I did this week and what I'm looking to trade or looking to buy. And like I said, right now I'm in between strategies. I don't know if I should keep holding long term instead of selling as soon as I make 10% per trade. But I'll definitely make another video discussing the strategy that I'm going to choose and maybe the benefits of each strategy. Also capital gain investing versus dividend investing, which is better. So if you have any questions, leave them in the comments below. You can also email me directly on my website. If you're gonna open an account with Questrade, use my referral code in the description below the video. So you can get between $25 and $250 depending on your initial deposit. Thanks for watching.